Hey, hello. Welcome to a late night live, late night UK live. This is, can you see me all? Can you hear me okay? Hello. Welcome to a late night live. Unexpected and earlier than planned as it may well be, this is the Fox Pitchmo late night UK live stream. Here we are, late night live once again. Yes. I said it was going to be the future, and it's happening again before one's very eyes, and all the rest of things, I'm not going to try any record beating on this episode today, because I think I'm going to give this one around about a good 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. But in terms of beating the record of the next one, in terms of beating the record of the next late night live, well, we'll see when I can do it, shall we? Let's see when we can all do it. Beating the record of the next late night live and all the rest of things, because like I said before, this is the future. Late night lives, it's not going to be done few nights in a row. It's going to be done sporadically. This newly done series, just to say, late night live, but not several nights in a row, because when I need to explain something. When I did the late night live 4 nights in a row back in August of 2024, it actually took a toll. It took a toll on me, and I'm afraid. So I'm not doing that again. 4 late night lives in a row. It takes a tiresome toll, I'm afraid. It really does have a tiring side effect when one does that. So I think maybe once or twice a week for late night lives sounds. I think that will work out just about okay. Once or twice a week, late night lives, not once fortnightly. I think that would be too little, but maybe once, twice a week, or something like that. I think that would just about work out okay for late night lives and things, just to share the news to it and regarding its future for when it really gets thrusted and rolling into fruition and things and all that and so forth. Right, we've got quite a few in here. Okay. Herman was in a moment ago, but I think he's gone to sleep now, as has his budgie, Bertie, quite likely so. Hello to you, Zev. Hello to you, Zev. And hello, Imogen. Nice to see you on here, Imogen. Sorry about this. I had to check my phones. I had to charge up my phone. It's currently charging right now with the charger. And hello to you, lovely Imogen. Hello to you. And hello to Heidi. Hello to you, lovely Heidi. Pleasure seeing you on here as usual, lovely lady Heidi. It's always a pleasure, I must say. And already we got 5 of you on here in just under 5 minutes. So well done. Gosh, it's a reasonably good start. A very good start, I must admit, I must say. Very, very good start indeed. Yeah. That's so forth. Oh, excuse that again. But it is late night, but never mind. Well, this must be unexpected for all of you, but I've rescheduled the original next late night live. That's going to be the early hours of the 3rd of September, but now it's early hours of the 4th of September of 2024, and it's rescheduled, and it will certainly be something to look forward to and all that. But I thought, why not go early? Why not do it early? Yes, I may be tired, Imogen, but I want to do the late night live because it's fun. It's fun. It's well and truly fun, Hello to you, Alice. Alice, hello. Big hugs to you always. The thing you'd be awaiting from me, lovely Alice, is nothing but a great big tightening handheld hug from a nice, great big tightly handheld hug from me. That's the only thing you'd be awaiting from me in the future years to come. It most certainly is. I mean, who wouldn't want to give you a great big handheld hug? I mean, who wouldn't want to give you a nice, great big tightly handheld hug, Alice? I mean, who wouldn't want to give you that? I mean, I love you, Alice. I really do. I mean, who couldn't love you or want to hug you, my lovely? It was the Whirling Minis by the Sea car show event I was recently at, Alice, just to say. And the other car show from the Bank Holiday Monday was the Bexhill 100. Don't know if one could say it was a car fest, but it was a classic and custom car show, the Bexhill one, in regard to that. But the one I went to recently, after Bexhill 100, was the Whirling Minis by the Sea event. It's only 5:50. It's about 5:51 in your neck of the woods now, Zev. But gosh, you're hours behind, and it's just over 8:50 over in Canada. Gosh, you're certainly hours behind me, I must say. You know, but wow, gosh. But it comes in handy, you know, doing it at this sort of time, you know, because why it comes in handy, because there's not only just you over in America and Canada who will be able to accessibly watch this, but those down under will be able to watch it as well, just to say. It's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Gosh, that's hot. That's reasonably... no, wait a moment. Yes, no, that is baking hot. No, that really is baking hot. Well and truly baking hot, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That really is well and truly baking hot, I must say. Wow. Yeah, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, that's hardly anything. 72 degrees Fahrenheit weather, that's hardly anything. I'd be nippy or cold if I were you in 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd put my jacket on or my coat. Well, sadly, that happens as you get older in age. The older you are, the colder you feel. It certainly happened with me as I aged. As I got older in age, unfortunately, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is, I'm afraid. There we are. Sun is going behind Ciara's. That would definitely cool things off very quickly. That really would. No, that really well and truly would. No, that really would. Ciara Mountains. Wow. Oh, Pammy, you're in. Hello to you, Pammy. Hello to you. 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect temperature. How lovely, how lovely. I'd have to be careful, certainly in 90 degrees Fahrenheit, because we had 90-degree Fahrenheit weather over at the Tenterden bus rally on the 11th of August 2024. Baking hot day, which could explain why I was only wearing just a shirt and nothing else, because of how baking hot the weather was. But I didn't wear any short sleeves or anything, because if I'd worn short sleeves, I would get sunburned, because, you know, well, because if you see here, very fair, white, skinny, fair-skinned arm. I think most of you can't get over how skinny my arm is by now, but there we are. Oh dear. Skinny, very white, fair-skinned arm. Completely white, fair-skinned arm. And a skinny one too. Oh dear. What I do, Zeph, I just wear a long sleeve shirt so that I don't get burnt. Just to say. 81 degrees Fahrenheit in Seattle. Gosh, that's pretty warm. Rachel, no. Yes, no, that really is quite hot and warm, fairly. I mean, it's not terribly bad. 81 degrees Fahrenheit is the equivalent of 27-degree heat. I wouldn't wear short sleeves in 27-degree heat, no. I mean, I can sometimes, in 27-degree weather, put on a lightweight beige jacket, to tell you odd things, Alice. But, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, I'd still have a jacket on, but I'd have it unzipped with the shirt on. Don't know if you'd be able to do that, but that would be me, to tell you odd things. Well, I think if I was there, I'd probably feel it different to those in Seattle, Zeph, but I can understand your point. Your point is well shared, and I would certainly understand it completely, 100% in full grip and all that. My arms are very thin and you're pale. Yes, I remember you telling me this before, Alice. I remember you telling me this before. I take 81 year round. Okay, okay. I probably would wear a hoodie and push up. I wouldn't even push up the sleeves, Alice. No, I wouldn't push up the sleeves. No, I really would not push up the sleeves, I'm afraid. If anything, I seldom wear short sleeves. Does it make me self-conscious exposing my arms because they're skinny? Answer to that, no. But why I do not expose my arms, because I can get burnt quite easily. Because I'm to show once again, fair and very white, pale arm, I'm afraid. And yes, and I remember you saying you've got very thin, skinny arms like me as well, Alice. So, some of us have skinny arms, some of us do not. But I hope this is not too much if I do this, but put a 1 if you've got skinny arms. Put a 1 if you've got skinny arms. Alice, you don't need to put it in because you already just said so. Those of you excluding Alice, put a 1 if you've got skinny arms. But I'm sorry if this is far too much. I do that here in the desert. I wear light long sleeve t-shirts and used to be a sun worshipper. My skin can attest to my sun worshipping days. Okay. I just have crepe. Crepe arms? Are you talking about the crepe pancake, Zeph? Oh, gosh. Crepe the pancake. So pancake arms. Gosh, wow. I'm not even ready for cooler weather either, Hailey. I am certainly, by and large, not ready for it either. I mean, knowing me, I feel the cold a lot. Crepe skin, not crepe pancakes. Okay. Crepe. Sorry, wait a moment. High desert, the sun is very intense here due to the wow. 92 degrees Fahrenheit in Reno. Bloody hell, that is baking hot. Same, Imogen. I certainly do not want the summer to end. I really don't. Before I know it, I will need to, before my very eyes, I'll need to button up my shirt collar and put on a few more layers before my very eyes. Not brilliant. Hello to Tasso. Hello to Tasso. Hello from No Other Cat's live stream. No Other Cat. Hello to you, Tasso from No Other Cat. Hello. I missed the No Other Cat's live stream, sadly, because I had things to do. And also because Danette and Anthony were live streaming, I'm afraid. So that's why I couldn't come on. But I'm happy to see you on here all the same. Do say hello to Tasso. Do say hello to our Tasso. Never mind, never mind. It's good to see you too, Tasso. Certainly good to see you too. Hello to you, Dominic. Hello to you. Hello. Lots of big hugs to you always, Dawn-Marie. Lots of great big hugs to you, Dawn-Marie. Hello to you. Alfredo, hello to Alfredo. Alfredo, where exactly are you located? It's 3 a.m. where you're located. Where exactly are you based, if you don't mind me asking you? Seeing that your neck of the woods is 1 hour ahead of my neck of the woods. Oh, Dawn-Marie, I hope your operation goes okay. I really hope it goes all right. No, really, Dawn-Marie, I seriously hope your operation works out okay for you. Lots of big hugs to you always, since you're very open to big hugs, aren't you? You're located in Spain. Oh, okay. You're located over in Spain. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me, Alfredo. And yes, Spain would be 1 hour ahead of my neck of the woods. I think anybody could confuse me for being Spanish, French, or Italian when looking at me, but never mind. You're in New York. Okay, thanks, Tasso. Thanks for telling me. Oh, thank you, Zeph. Thank you. Yes, lots of hugs and well wishes and much warmth to Dawn-Marie. We love our Dawn-Marie, don't we, Zeph? We well and truly do. Thank you, Heidi. We do love our Dawn-Marie, don't we? We still do. Wanda, hello to you, Wanda. Hello to you. Hello. Still in hospital. Just survived a couple rough weeks, but still fighting. Still in hospital. Oh, no. Oh, Wanda, I'm extremely sorry hearing this. I'm so sorry learning that you're still in hospital. I'm so sorry about that. No, I do hope you come out of hospital soon, before far too long. And wishing you well, much strength and healing always. And it's wonderful seeing you on here, Wanda. Thank you, Zeph, and everybody, and Alice, and all of you sending your kindly well wishes to our Wanda. We love our Wanda, don't we? And Wanda said some very nice things to me back in April of 2024, just to tell you all of things. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's only about 26 odd degree weather. But Alice, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, I'd have my jacket on, or my coat unzipped, albeit. Just to say, as I said to you before. I mean, I don't know if you feel the cold a lot, Alice, but sadly I do. Unfortunately. One thing I'd recommend is do not get old, because the older you are, the colder you feel, sadly. Thank you, Alfredo. Thank you for your healing, your best wishes of healing and prayers towards Wanda. Thank you, Alfredo. Thank you, because Wanda seriously does need it. And thank you, Dominic. You're always... So am I, Alice. So am I, sadly. I don't think you can blame it on having skinny arms or a skinny physique, because I'm only 154 pounds of weight, as you know. Well, as you know, Alice, I'm only 154 pounds of weight, so you could imagine why I feel the cold. Well, I don't think it has anything to do with my 154-pound figure, which is 11 stone in my neck of the woods, but I think genetics is... I would blame genetics on the reason why I feel the cold a lot, sadly. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, you know. Just the way to describe it and things. You'd be in a tank top and shorts? I don't even wear shorts, Pammy. I don't even wear shorts at all. Oh, you believe it's not genetics being the reason behind you feel the cold? Oh, don't worry. That's okay for your conclusion. I would say genetics would be behind the reason as to why I feel the cold more. But I mean, if you believe genetics is not the reason why you feel the cold more, Alice, I would completely understand. What do you think could be the reason why you feel the cold more, Alice? Do you think it could be something to do with your weight or another thing? No, if I wear shorts, Pammy, that'd make me cold. If I wear shorts, it would make me cold, I'm afraid. No, it would make me cold, sadly. Really? Gosh, you're like me, Zeph. You're very like me, sadly. You're very like me, gosh. Sadly, I feel cold easily. It's my mother's side of the family. It's predominantly my mother's side of the family that feels the cold more. Sadly, Zeph, but there we are. You believe it's a genetics or a combination of both genetics and weight. Oh, okay. You believe it's a combination of both. I think it's really down to genetics in my side. You know, even at 154 pounds, which is over 20 pounds heavier than the weight I used to be, I still sadly feel the cold a lot. I still feel the cold a lot, to more or less the same extent to how I did even when I weighed 130 pounds, to tell you what things, you know. Even when because I used to be 130 pounds before 2021, to tell you what things, Alice. I mean, I don't know how you take to 130 pounds on a 5'8" frame, but I was that weight until about 2021, and I've largely remained 154 pounds since 2021, you know. But even at 154 pounds of weight, Alice, I still sadly feel the cold a lot. Hello to you, Gertrude. Hello to you, King of Nature. Oh, Gertrude, you are too funny, and we certainly need you more. Yes. 80 degrees Fahrenheit, Alfredo. It's the equivalent of about 26-degree heat, something like that. So it's certainly not cold, but it's fairly hot, but not particularly hot and all that. Well, for me, it's not particularly hot, you know. And hello to Stephanie Redden. Oh, Imogen, thank you. Thank you for your friendliness towards Gertrude. And Pammy, thank you for your friendliness towards Gertrude too. And it was wonderful seeing you on Danette and Anthony recently, Pammy. Oh, I could see you and Imogen are getting on extremely well, Gertrude. I can certainly see that. And Tasso, you and Tasso do generally get on well, don't you? And of course, same could certainly be said for Sadie and Sarah Greeny, which nearly makes me think of the mate 7'6" Chris Greener. But yes. But yes, or many others to mention within Nicholas and Jen's wonderful Noah the Cat community, featuring Noah and Charles the Cats and all that. She really is. No, she's well and truly lovely, Gertrude. I've count myself extremely fortunate am blessed to have a wonderful friend like Imogen. No, really, I do. I must say. You have a silly but cute red-headed wooddecker serenading me this ungodly hour. How can one not be blessed with the birds sharing lovely songs? No, birds singing, no, that is lovely. That is wonderful. That is enchanted. It's like enchanted wonderland having birds singing in your hospital ward or anywhere you're about, in the woods, in the park, hearing the birds singing. That's something one should really truly be blessed with. Thank you, Alice. No, hope you hope your shop errand works out okay for you. Love and hugs to you always. Love and hugs to you always. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry, Dawn Marie. You have to be up before 6. Okay. No, I really hope your hospital operation goes okay. Hope your operation goes okay for the 2nd of September of 2024. I hope all works out well. It's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Heidi. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Understandable point, Zeph, but if you heard them singing in the woods, that'd be interesting. But the annoying thing is when they're knocking on the wood and you think there's someone at the door, but you see nobody there. It's like it's a real, like a door knock when they're knocking on wood, the woodpecker and all that. Thank you, Gertrude. Thank you for your birthday wishes towards Hailey. I didn't know it was Hailey's birthday up until now. I really didn't. Lots of hugs to you for your birthday, lovely Hailey. Lots and lots of great big hugs always. Thank you, Gertrude. Thank you for your friendliness. Highly, just to say, Wanda, highly. But thank you. Thank you, Wanda, for your kindly, sentimental birthday wishes towards Hailey for her birthday. Thank you. And thank you, Imogen, too. Thank you. Sorry. It's a pleasure, Heidi. We appreciate you, and certainly is it always wonderful having you on here within my content, most sincerely, and wishing you well for your birthday tomorrow. Lots of birthday hugs always, because after all, a hug always helps, doesn't it? Oh, I just want to hug and not let you go. I just want to give you a hug and not let you go. I did know this, Heidi. I certainly did know this. You didn't miss anything, Stephanie. You certainly did not miss anything. You missed nothing at all. Do be assured on that. You missed completely nothing. But gosh, we're nearly half an hour and already 16 of you in here. Pretty good going for a very quickly scheduled late night live. That's pretty good going, I must say. Very, very good going indeed. You know. Pammy, I'm going to finish it at about after 2 hours. About 2 hours after I start. We're 2:14 a.m. UK time. 2:14 a.m. UK time. Just to say, Gertrude. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you. But speaking of it, Stephanie, my best friend David, when he watched my late night live replay, he said that's the sort of thing Noel Coward would presumably wear and all that. How about I play something interesting? Ready to go? Wonderful organ music. No, well and truly wonderful organ music. Yeah, old. Well, it was an organ music, just to say, Zev. I haven't got a leather jacket at the moment, Gertrude. Leather jackets. I have nothing against leather jackets. It would work well on a motorbike, yes, but I haven't got one at the moment. And I've never been highly appealed to leather jackets, but they work out well on motorbikes, though. You're riding round on a carousel horse, oh, Zev. Oh, Zev, you're brilliant. Mind you of the carousel on Brighton Beach. I've seen the carousel on Brighton Beach many times, yes. And heard it many times too, not surprisingly. Carousel music's wonderful, Heidi. You know, it's well and truly wonderful. A Foxy goat. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant one, Gertrude. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Rumor has it I will open up for mechanic. Oh, gosh. I do have cats, Tasso, yes. Daphne and Nixie. Daphne and Nixie are my cats. Carousel Gate. Well, I don't think it's Carousel Gate. We're just talking about organs and things. Another interesting piece. Let's play it again. Not a different, but a different one. Thank you, Tasso. Thank you, lovely Tasso. Oh, music. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. This one, a brilliant organ musical piece. I think that's got a slightly soothing grip, this one, compared to the other. The other one was good. The other one was fantastic. This one had quite a soothing grip that one could relate to, in my opinion, that is, but I'll leave it for you to decide all that. I have noticed how many ladies are up late with me, Imogen. Yes, I've well and truly noticed this for sure, you know. Your grandchildren live in different. I know this one. I remember you saying before. Oh yes, oh yes. And Deborah's in. Hello, hello, hello to you. Hello, hello to lovely Deborah. Deborah in Pennsylvania. This is certainly true indeed. Hello to Deborah. Hello to your cats. And gosh, because you've got so many cats, I don't think I could remember all their names. And hello to Deborah's best friend Heidi and her two children, her little girl Cheyenne and her big boy Sebastian. Hello to them all. Certainly hello to Deborah always. Much love and hugs to our lovely Deborah always. Aww. You never met your youngest. Oh, Wanda. I'm sorry. Families are so I know, Zeph. Well shared. A very, very well shared point, I must say. Extremely well shared point. And thank you, Gertrude. Thank you for your friendliness towards our Deborah. Thank you. Thank you. They all made wow. Oh, Gertrude, you are well and truly brilliant, aren't you? Sorry about the silence. Sorry about the silence. But if Hailey is still on, I don't know if Hailey is still on or not, but because it's her birthday on the 2nd of September of 2024, I've really got something well and truly interesting to play. It may not be well and truly interesting to all of you, understandably, but I'll play it for Hailey's birthday. Watch and listen. Oh, you're still here, Heidi. Wonderful. Got something for you. Watch and listen. Eddie. Oh, no, no. Happy birthday. This is for Heidi. Hope that was all right for you, Heidi. You have both children and their partners coming for lunch tomorrow. You love having a full house. Now, having a full house with family is always a wonderful and valuable experiences. Thank you, Deborah. We love having you on here too. No, really, we well and truly love having you on here, Deborah. No, really, I mean that. I mean, who couldn't love you, Deborah? I mean, I certainly love you dearly. And obviously, Heidi, when I had Heidi post some comments on my content, Neck of the Woods, She really spoke very, very highly of you. No, really. She spoke extremely highly of you. So, so Deborah, you've got a wonderful best friend. I could tell you that right from the bottom of my heart. You've got a wonderful best friend, and you've chosen the right best friend. And always many best wishes to your wonderful little girl, Cheyenne, and your wonderful big boy, Sebastian. But I am sorry if that had caused you offense, my apologies. And always wonderful best wishes to your cats, too. And all the rest of it. My full house is with animals. Guess I need to get out. Well, you've always got your dogs to take out, haven't you? You'll be able to take them out on the walk, provided they don't pull you over. That's the main thing, because they're great big huge German shepherds, as you did so sure before. Highly, it's a pleasure. Happy birthday. Very happy birthday to you indeed. No, really, it's certainly a very happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday, Heidi. They're well trained. They won't put thank goodness for that. Bloody thank goodness for that. Otherwise, it would be shit state if you got pulled over, wouldn't it? It would cause a lot of shit, wouldn't it, Zeph? Excuse the language and sorry for the Brian Blessed behaviour. Gordon's alive. Got a 1-year-old cockapoo, Oscar. How wonderful. Can't believe it. 55, really? You're 55 years of age. How wonderful. Oh, gosh. Gosh, 55. You're older than I am. But many happy returns for your 55th birthday, Heidi. Very, very happy returns indeed. You're the same age as Nutmeg, believe this or not. You and Heidi had many great... Oh, how lovely. How lovely learning of this, Deborah. No, really, how well and truly lovely learning of this from you. No, Heidi really did speak very highly of you when I heard from her. No, she really well and truly did, Deborah. No, I do like your Heidi very, very much. I like her very much. She's a wonderful friend. A well and truly wonderful friend indeed. A surprise visit. Owen came and said, I always knew my Nana was a beautiful angel. They made you a hug shirt, all painted arms and hands with different colors of paint. They hugged the Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful, Wanda. I'm happy you got that surprise. How wonderful indeed. How wonderful. No, that is wonderful. It really is. No, really, well and truly. Well and truly, I must say. But to Deborah, I'm extremely happy learning that yourself and Heidi have had many great adventures. How wonderful. Oh gosh, you'll be 55 in April 2025. Goodness me, Imogen. Wow. Wow. How wonderful. Gosh, interesting. Gosh, it's certainly older than I am, but that's all right. But it works. I think it works out well having friends who are over your age. I mean, I think it works out well having friends older than you. I don't know if any of you have experienced having friends either older or younger, or having a combination of older and younger friends, that things work out well. It's going to work out differently to all people, but I mean, everybody's going to have certainly by and large a different experience of friends older or younger. But But for me, it's worked. It's astonishingly seems to work out well for me, having a combination of friends, both older, my age, or younger, you know. So for me, it's worked out well. I don't know about those of you on here who've had friends older and younger in combination, whether it's worked out okay for you or not. But but for me, it's certainly worked out well. Speaking from my experiences, everybody's experiences on here will certainly, without questionable doubt, be by and large different, which is what one could expect. I think it's good to have friends of all ages. Oh, you love young people. I didn't know you had an affinity for young people, Zeph. Little did I realize that. But I agree with your point about it being good to have friends of all ages. No, I completely agree with you on that, Zeph. Well and truly. I well and truly completely agree with you on that, for sure. You don't feel 55, but I thought you were in a terrible amount of pain. But poor you, Imogen, that you've been put through the pains of living with dreaded pain every single day. But but pretty astonishing that you don't feel young in spite of living with persistent pain every single day. You're feel no, I don't worry, Heidi. No, I can truly concur with what it's like to feel old. I can truly concur to it indeed. No, really, I can. I must say, I really can. Harriet, hello to Harriet, bro. You and the boob gate, Harriet. Honestly, you're obsessed with boob gate, aren't you? Well, we've got Harriet and we've got the Boobgate saga now. Welcome to Boobgate saga. Now that we've got Harriet, Willa, and Alice in the chat now. Yes, Harriet, Willa, and Alice are in here. Oh gosh, I think Willa's just heard it because she's probably just rushing over to see me and seeing who said her name, and probably Alice too. Oh, oh gosh. Hmm. Gosh, you're getting quite a hoot from it, aren't you, Harriet? So, I bet it was an unexpected surprise for you, Harriet, seeing me doing a late night live earlier than scheduled. Yes. Well, but it was worth doing it. Alice is still being a bit of a cow, but Willa hurt. Oh, wow. Gosh. Oh, goodness. You're 59, and some of the best friends that you have had were old enough to be your grandparents. They were guys that fought in World War II and their wives. They helped you learn about your father's plight. How wonderful! How wonderful learning that some of your best friends, Stephanie, how wonderful learning that your friends, some of your best friends were old enough to be your grandparents. That's so lovely. That's so lovely learning of this. No, I'm really happy learning that you had best friends who were war veterans and they were old enough to be your grandparents. So that is astonishing, but wonderful. No, but I think it works. I think it really works well having friends older than your age. No, I think it really does work well, as I've certainly so experienced, Stephanie. No, really. Oh, interesting, Imogen. How very interesting indeed. You feel a lot younger. Oh, I certainly don't feel younger, but never mind. Never mind, I certainly don't feel young anymore, but, but it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, I'm afraid. I certainly don't feel young enough to be able to run far without getting out of breath. Because it doesn't take me very long to run and get extremely out of breath now, the older I got. And I don't feel young enough to not have aches and pains or anything, and I certainly don't feel young to the point where I could ditch confusion, because confusion hits you once you hit a certain age. But lucky you that you feel young, Imogen. Lucky you. Sadly, I'm not fortunate with that in that respect, but never mind. Uh, and another thing that's about me that does not feel young is I feel the cold a lot, sadly, because when you get older, oneself feels the cold more. And I'm certainly one of those individuals who feels the cold more as he got older in age, sadly. Harriet, you're going on with the boob gauge. Oh, God. Oh, cool. Oh, it's boob gauge once again. I would assume Willa can hardly get enough of boob gauge now, and that she heard me. I mean, I imagine she's trying to snuggle up to you. And are you on even terms with Willa now, Harriet, or are you still annoyed with her, with some of the naughty things that she did? Sorry if it was too much when questioning you on that. Uh, uh, but thank you, Harriet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for linking Sapper's channel. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, there is a funny side to the boob gauge, isn't it? Isn't there, Harriet? There certainly is. There certainly is a funny side to the boob gauge. Shrug. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. I really hope we've not offended anybody with it, because we had my wonderful friend Deborah on here, Deborah Coleman, but I really hope that Boobgate has not upset or offended her. She's being very passive-aggressive, comes up to snuggle, then when pet her, she runs oh, that's not good. Naughty Willa. If you're coming to snuggle up to somebody, and if they come and pat and stroke you, don't run away. Embrace the affection. Don't run away from it. That's what I would say. Embrace the extra affection when you've come up to snuggle up to oneself. I would certainly point this out to Willa indeed, Harriet. Certainly, for sure. Well, I don't think it matters how old I am, Imogen, but I do not feel young, sadly. But impressive that you feel young, whereas me, on the other hand, I feel the opposite of it. But there we are. But very unusual. That does sound like there's a passive-aggressive side to the story, Harriet, regarding Willa, but very unusual that she can snuggle up to oneself, but once you pet her, she just runs away. Unusual. Extremely unusual indeed. Oh, that is true. That is completely true, Harriet. Yes. But I really hope this did not offend Deborah Coleman. I really hope not. No, really, I well and truly hope that this did not offend her. I love Deborah dearly. No, really, I do. And I would hate for her to be offended because of Boobgate. I would really hate for her to be offended. Or anybody to be offended by it. I mean, I really... No, really, I love Deborah dearly. I wouldn't want Deborah or anybody to be offended in a live chat because of boobgate. I really wouldn't. Willa is still angry with you for taking off to Copenhagen. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh dear. Okay. I was a bit worried I'd offended Deborah. I was a bit worried I had, but thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for telling me so otherwise. Thank you. Thank you. No, really, thank you. No, I could imagine, Zeph. I could imagine Harriet has a lot of making up to do with Willa. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not offended easily either. I'm not offended easily either. Like you, Zeph, I'm not offended. I'm not offended easily either. Anybody can get offended on certain things, yes. But would one say I get offended easily? No. No, I don't get offended easily, no. Do be assured on that. I can get offended for some things, but I do not get offended easily. I mean, I can get protective and certainly angry when someone's been put through the pains of something so inexplicably awful. I could certainly get offended and certainly angry in those circumstances, but do I get offended easily generally? Not easily, no. Just a share. Don't worry about the spelling mistakes, Stephanie. Don't worry. You had to make up with your dogs after leaving them to. Oh gosh. She's moody as. Oh gosh. Willa's moody as hell. Gosh. It'll take a long time. 3 days of semi-silent treatment from Willa. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. I really didn't realize Willa was really like that moody as hell. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Oh dear. Not typically good. Thank you, Harriet. No, Harriet, thank you for your kindly birthday wishes towards Heidi. Thank you. Thank you. Your gal isn't going very well. Oh no. Is this your best friend, Zeph, or are you referring to a relative of yours? No, if it's either one, I'm extremely sorry hearing that your gal has kidney disease. I mean, I'm extremely sorry about your gal, Zeph. No, really, I'm well and truly sorry hearing this. Your sweet FM, is that your best friend you're referring to? I mean, so sorry, Zeph. So sorry about your best friend who's got kidney disease. No, really sorry. No, I'm really sorry hearing. I did, Harriet, yes. Sorry I've not replied as of yet. I did reply to Sapper when he sent the video to me exposing a dreaded that dreaded person who I know you have a serious problem with her. Well, all of us have got a serious problem with this person. I watched the video regarding that and I responded to Sapper on that, but I will eventually respond to the pictures you sent towards me, Harriet. So thank you, Harriet. Thank you for sending me those pictures. Thank you. Really, well and truly, thank you. Wishing your best friend well, Zeph. If it is indeed your best friend who has been struck down with kidney disease, I mean, I'm extremely sorry. I'm extremely sorry about, if it is indeed your best friend or family relative, I am extremely sorry about what's happened to her. I mean, your best friend isn't all that old. I think she's in her 60s, as you said, and if she has indeed been struck down with kidney disease, I'm so extremely sorry hearing this. You reported her again. Well done. Well done, Harriet. Well done for reporting that son of a bitch. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Excuse the language. Pleasure always, Zeph. We have your back always, and it's your doggo. Your doggo. Oh, sorry about your dog having kidney disease. Or doggo, as you would so say, but I'm so sorry about this, Zeph. No, really, I am sorry. You've got to go. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now, Stephanie. Ta-ta for now. Wishing you well, Zeph. Stephanie, sorry. Wishing you well. I do need to nip to the loo for a moment, but I will come back before one's very eyes. But I've just got to nip to the loo now. I will be back to finish. Buggery aching legs. Was Deborah on here a moment ago? I didn't see her comment. Oh, bugger aching legs. Don't get old. We'll be back. Just gotta use the toilet. Sorry, the loo. Sorry, I'll lose the loo. But I will be back. Right. Oh, God. Right, I'm back. Oh, Henry. Oh, Deborah, you're still here. Hello. You were running the show by all means. By and large, you were not running the show, no. Thank you, Imogen. Thank you. I'm so sorry about what happened on the last live. No, really, I am. No, I'm extremely sorry what happened. No, I was using my house loo, not the petrol station. Oh, brilliant. I had a milk before I started the live, Harriet. But I'm okay for milk, thank you. Do be assured. Rest assured. And everything. No, I'm afraid not, Heidi, no. Oh, you're back from the shops. Hello to you, lovely Alice. I hope your shopping errand went okay for you. I certainly do hope it by and large went okay for you. I like a glass of wine too, Deborah. Oh. Don't get old. Deborah, I'd have a glass of wine with you and Heidi any day. No, really, I would have a glass of wine with you any day. I mean, I don't know if you're a keen red wine drinker by all means, Deborah, but I have an affinity for red wine. No, really, I absolutely love a glass of red wine. No, I really, truly do. I don't mind a rosé or a white at times. White, I think, is the least favorite red wine of mine, but I certainly quite like red wine, certainly a rosé and things. But Deborah, I would have a wine with yourself and Heidi. That is, if she drinks wine any day. No, really, I'd have a glass of wine with you two any day. Sauvignon. Yeah. Red wine gives you a oh dear, sorry hearing this, Zeph. Wait a moment, Harriet. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the BAFTA. Harriet, thank you for the BAFTA award. Thank you. I mean, I don't drink a lot either. I'm really not a huge drinker. No, I by and large am not a huge drinker. Half shanty, half harp, beer, and half 7-Up. Thank you, Harriet. Though it was self-said and self-professed, thank you for the BAFTA anyway. Thank you. Thank you. You know, but is there anything interesting one would want to share? But one thing I did want to share, I think some of you did see the update. I think some of you did not. I don't know. I don't know by all means, but changes have been made for future live streams. But the one thing I'm never going to do on a late night live is invite guests, because I would never invite guests past midnight. That's one thing I'm never going to do. Update regarding the future of live streaming content. Changes have been made, full stop. Especially after what happened. Changes have been completely made. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you. No, regarding what happened on the last live, it was a mess. The live was really a mess. You know. Heidi loves wine coolers. Okay. No, that's all right. I have nothing against them. I've certainly nothing against them. Deborah. By all means, I certainly do not have anything against them. You know. But I would certainly have a wine with you any day. No, really, I would. I don't know if your little girl, I'm not sure if your little girl likes wine or not, Deborah, but my assumption is either she does or she doesn't, but never mind, you know. Yes, no, well and truly right, Harriet, well and truly right, indeed. And Harriet, I do hope your time in Greater London as well. Oh, no, I shouldn't have said it on the live, sorry, but I really hope, no, I won't talk about it on the live, but yes, most importantly, everything is sorted out. Well and truly sorted out. Obviously, the gaming live stream is not going to be your thing, but don't worry about it. I have a few viewers who would be appealed to it, but obviously some of you will not. But not to worry, because I have viewerships of all ages, I do need to cater for all viewerships of all ages. But one thing I've absolutely done is absolutely no computer games policy or no computer games ruling for the inspirational live streams. I mean, explicitly no computer games being shown in an inspirational live stream whenever I've got guests on, and certainly absolutely no under 16s, because it really does not take well to school age individuals appearing on live streams. No, really, she doesn't. You know, especially because she's got a very protective side to the youngsters, quite rightly so. No, I remember that part, yes. I remember that part, Harriet. Thank you, sir. Thank you. No, I always keep them as good as I can. All you can do is your best on certain set of content. That's all one can really do. But I'll always strive to keep being good at it always, all the time. I'll always will I strive to keep it time and every time I'm doing it. To share something with you, Zeph, just to say. Yes, that's true. Completely agree to that, Zeph. Indeed, I do. Indeed, I do. Thank you. Thank you. Right, when we get to 2 hours, we'll finish things up. But if anybody's got something interesting to share, we've still got time. We've got another We've got another 30 odd minutes. Buffering, I haven't experienced any buffering. The internet's all right at the moment, but what things are buffering? Cheyenne drinks one beer and she's corked drunk. Really? She's corked drunk once she drinks one beer. Bloody hell. Your little girl gets drunk after one beer. Bloody hell. Gosh. No, but she'll always be your little girl, won't she? But really, I haven't experienced any buffering right now. No, really, I haven't. The internet seems by and large okay for now, but how on earth could there be buffering? But rather surprising learning that that Deborah's little girl, Cheyenne, gets drunk, won't you? We don't want your mother getting terribly worried. You know, that will make your mother worried sick if you get drunk. She wouldn't want you getting into trouble when... What? Oh, no. I'm buffering erratically? Oh, dear. Haven't experienced it. My mother did like the songs, yes. Sorry, there was another tab I had on. I just checked the live on the other tab, and it didn't seem to bother to me. I mean, I don't know what it could be. I mean, everything seems fine. My corner of the internet, but little could I have known it's buffering like hell for Harriet, Zeph, and Hailey. I really didn't know. Little could I have known that. Oh, really, little could I have known that. We both lost. You both lost your Christophers, yes. Being so, I don't think I could have done anything for you to be censored. I don't think that could have happened. I was only talking about Deborah's little girl, Cheyenne. We were talking about how she gets drunk after one beer. You know, and I don't think I could be censored for that. Talking about one's little girl getting drunk after one particular drink. Buffering, oh dear, I'm so sorry hearing this, Deborah. I'm extremely sorry hearing this. But I mean, I hope it's not going far too deeply for you, Deborah, if you are listening. But you know, if your daughter, say, went out for a drink in the pub or a bar, would you always insist on going with her, or would you let her go on her own? I mean, sorry if it was going far too deeply asking you, but since you brought up getting drunk after after a pint of beer, I was curious to know as to whether or not it would force you to go to the pub with her and see what she drinks and whether she's going to get drunk or not. Sorry if it went far too deeply on that. A connectivity issue on my side. Things seem okay at the moment. I haven't noticed anything suspicious with connectivity as of yet, Zeph. In the bath gate, I really haven't noticed the connectivity issue as of yet, Harriet. I really haven't. I really, by and large, haven't. I know your side shows always says okay. Thank you for sharing what you're thankful for in life, Wanda. Thank you. That's extremely nice seeing what you had to share for all that you're thankful for. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you for opening up about this. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah, and thank you, Harriet. No, I did get quite worried about this. I really couldn't have known I had a connectivity issue, but thank you. Thank you, Zeph, for pointing this out. And thank you. Thank you, Harriet, for recommending I keep going. And thank you, Deborah. I mean, no, sorry, Deb. No, really, I'm sorry if I went far too deeply asking you that. You know, because she is your little girl, isn't she? Your Cheyenne. Yes, I'm thankful we've got our Wanda with us too, Zeph. I'm feeling exactly the same as you. But really, Deborah, your little girl Cheyenne is very shy. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, bless her. Bless your little girl. No, really, bless your little girl, Deborah. You know. No, I'm sure always giving her a hug always helps, doesn't it? I mean, after all, you'd still be able to give her a nice protective handheld hug in the best motherly way possible, couldn't you? And so forth. And I'm not saying this to go far too inappropriately deeply. No, certainly not when saying that. But you could still give her a nice handheld protective motherly hug, can't you? Or motherly comfort hug. And by all means, you know, whenever she needs one. But gosh, I really, little did I know she's very shy. In real life, you're very, no, you did tell me this before, Harriet. No, you really did tell me this. I remember you telling me this before. I am well and truly familiar of that. Just to tell you by and large. No, really, I am. You're grateful for another birthday. I'm always grateful for the birthdays I have too, Heidi. I'm always grateful for the birthdays I have and experience. You know, you blush like a loon. No, you did. No, I remember you telling me that before, Harriet. No, I'm completely familiar of that. You did tell me about this before. And you're the same too, Heidi. Really? Well, that's a new thing I've learned. That's a new thing I've learned. And another new thing I've learned is the fact that Deborah's daughter, her Cheyenne, is very shy too. And given her Cheyenne's shyness, you know, I'm sure Deborah always helps her daughter Cheyenne find ways to cope with her shyness, you know. You know. After a few ginger oh gosh, Harriet. Oh, that is something. Normally, once you've had a few drinks, you're really quite open to being conversant with anybody. That's what happens when you've had several drinks of anything, of any kind, dependent on its alcohol content and all that. Couldn't afford to be shy. You're in a military blatch. You moved on. Oh, interesting, Zeph. Interesting. You know, but I'm sure Deborah has always helps Cheyenne in every way regarding her shyness. I'm sure she helps her in every way. You know, but after all, Cheyenne is still Deborah's little girl. You know, because Cheyenne is still Deborah's little girl, Deborah will always be able to show her affectionately protective side towards her and all that, you know? That's the positive of it. The positive of one's daughter still being, you know, the little girl to their parents. You know, say one's daughter is, you know, shorter than the parents, they'll always be their parents' little girl. No, you're taking a walk and listening. Oh, are you? How wonderful, Alice. How wonderful. I hope we've not bored you too much by all means. We apologize if we had inadvertently bored you, but I hope your walk works out okay for you. After a few gins, you speak Portuguese. You're not even Portuguese. Oh, okay. Just lived there for 6 months. Wow. Wow. It's a beautiful night and warm. But I mean, What's the next part you were going to say? It's a beautiful night and warm, but I will be going to bed in that matter. I'm sorry, Harriet, but no, I'm not going to bed. It's not buffering for you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But really, I'm buffering for Harriet and Zeph. Oh, dear. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Bloody hell. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Harriet, but no. And not to worry, I can tuck myself in. It's not always like. But I always let Harriet tuck me into bed. But she doesn't have to tuck me in tonight. But I just don't know how Harriet's going to take to my defiance just a moment ago. Stream is fine now, but it was buffering and oh, bloody hell. Sorry hearing this, Zeph. But when I was talking earlier on, I am sorry if I caused confusion when I was talking about one's daughter being one's mother and, a parent's little girl. Why I say that that lovely Deborah's daughter Cheyenne is her little girl is because her Cheyenne is shorter than Deborah herself, to tell you odd things. Taking into account the 5'2" and 5'6" between the two of them, Cheyenne is always going to be Deborah's little girl, And because Cheyenne will always be Deborah's little girl on the height side of things, Deborah can always represent her her affectionately protective motherly side towards her, Whereas, say, for example, if Deborah was worried about Cheyenne going out somewhere that could be potentially risky, or not so much dangerous, but there's potential risk to it. She could be, honey, no, please. Just walking up to her, wrapping her arm around her shoulder, saying, honey, please, I don't want you to be safe. But say, for example, Cheyenne protested and said, but Mom, Mother, I'm fine. Please, I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm a grown lady. Imagine if there was the protestation, and then in that matter, lovely Deborah could then affectionately show her protective side, giving her a nice protective handheld hug and saying, look, Cheyenne, honey, come here, come here, come here. It should be, she could just be, honey, come here, look, you may be a grown lady, but you're quite small. I'm not saying this to be discriminatory, but I just love you so much. I wouldn't want anything to happen to my little girl and all that. Oh, God. If I had said anything deep, Deborah, my apologies. No, really. If that one really did go far too deep or beyond far too deep to the point where there's some inappropriately said sentiments, my apologies on that. When you were in your 40s, it was nice to know you were somebody's little... Oh, how lovely learning this, Zeph. Were you your mum and dad's little girl? Is that what you're referring to, Zeph? Any potential... Sorry about this. But Deborah's daughter is shorter than Deborah herself, And if, say, Deborah was showing a protective side, a lovingly protective side to Cheyenne, say if she wanted to go out somewhere, as I said in the example, but she was worried about her. And plus, take into account Cheyenne's quite short herself and potentially quite petite. That's a possibility. She could be an easy target for, boys, who would, take things the wrong way with her. That's a real risk, or with any girl, women and girls. That's the thing, But say if Cheyenne protested about her mother's protective side, she's small. I'm not saying this to be discriminatory, but she's small enough for Deborah to just protectively give her a hug to calm her down from protesting and saying, look, honey, whilst hugging her, saying, look, he said, all I want for you is to be safe. I don't want you to be hurt. Could you imagine her saying that to her Cheyenne whilst giving her a nice protective hug and all that? I mean, Cheyenne's certainly short enough for Deborah to protectively hug her, like, mother, in the mother and daughter way and all that, I'm not saying this to be rude or naughty. I'm just sharing a point. This is true, Zeph. Parents always worry. As long as they draw breath, they worry about their children. It's all good. But it was nice learning that your parents still considered you as their little girl, as considered you to be their little girl when you were in your 40s. I mean, I imagine you were shorter than them even as an adult, Zeph, which probably could have made them think that you were still their little girl, Yeah. No, but I'm sorry if I said anything to have gone too far or said anything far too deep when assuming that. Oh, your mother was short. Oh, okay. Interesting. No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I think I spoke about this one before, but I honestly thought she was a little girl, but she wasn't little, not for height, but she was little for size. Either young lady or teenager at Lewis railway station. She could always be her mum and dad's little girl. And why I'd say that is because, though not entirely short, she wasn't short at all. But if you'd seen her sitting down, you could have easily confused her for being just a little girl. Little for height and certainly little for size. But why I say she could still be her parents' little girl is because both her parents are taller than she is. Well, that was what she did tell me when we were conversant together at Lewis railway station. But there wouldn't have been enough time for me to say the positive, and that is, you're still your mum and dad's little girl. There wouldn't have been enough time for me to have said that, and because we only conversed for about 5 minutes at Lewis railway station. So that's an example of somebody I personally met who could still be her mum and dad's little girl, You're the shortest in your family. I remember you saying this before, Hailey. I remember you telling me this before. I don't know if Sebastian will be your little boy. Oh my God. I would have thought he'd be your big boy. Oh God. But how lovely learning that your Sebastian will always be your little boy. But I really would have thought, because he's over 6 foot in height, I would have thought he'd be your big boy. And because Cheyenne's shorter than yourself, it would have made sense to say that she will be your little girl. No, but I'm sorry if I went far too deeply on giving out an unsaid example or coming under the impression that, if you got very protective of your Cheyenne and what you'd do if you got protective to her. I am sorry if I came under some naughty impressions of you in regard to how you'd look at your daughter and all that. I've never heard my mother say that I will always be her little boy. I think I'll always be her big boy, but because I'm taller than she is, because my mother never made it to a tall height. And also she's not very big for size either. So I think I'll always be her big boy, but I don't think I'll always be her little boy. But thank you for saying this anyway, Harriet. Thank you. Well done, Sebastian. Well done on him. Oh, okay. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you for letting me know of that. Yes, you have an affinity for wanting to steal my cats. You have an affinity for telling me of this. You really do, don't you? Oh, gosh. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alice. Thank you. Listen, we got about 5.5 minutes. Yes, Scapper, I know. I know, because he said it on a live once because I was being naughty, wasn't I? And you said, stop this right now, otherwise the ladies are going to come around and steal cats. I remember. Anything you say, Shappa, anything you say, although I said something completely different at the time of the live stream, didn't I? Something I'm not proud of, but that's all done and dusted, and that's in the past. But yes, it's extreme. I know, Harriet. It is extremely funny. Listen, we've got just under 5 minutes, so anything interesting you want to share, please do go ahead and share it openly, because it's really going to be time to finish in about five minutes. Still in the 80s here at 9:40, 7:40. Oh gosh, that is hot. That is hot for evening weather. Bloody hell. Boob gate. Oh, well, just hope it didn't offend you, Deborah. Harriet talking about the boob gate. I just hope it didn't offend you, what's being spoken, and all that. Something we get giggles from, isn't it, Harriet? Thank you, Zeph. It was wonderful having you on board. It's always wonderful having you on board. Really, no, it well and truly is. It well and truly is indeed. It's wonderful having all of you on here. And we did. Once this is over, I'm going straight to sleep. But for it to be hurriedly scheduled, I scheduled things very hurriedly, didn't I? And taking into account me scheduling things so hurriedly, we've done quite well. We had about 18, I think. I think, taking into account why we didn't have over 20 live viewers, I think it was because of how quickly I scheduled everything. I really should have scheduled things, really considerably earlier, but we've done well for a quickly scheduled late night live. We've done quite well. So thank you all for tuning into the fun and the late night party, or as Jodie would so describe it, a PJ party and all the rest of things. That's how Jodie would describe it, a PJ party. Oh, it's certainly a pleasure. Heidi. It's certainly a pleasure indeed. Wishing you a happy birthday for tomorrow. One more for luck for Heidi. Happy birthday, Heidi. Very many happy returns for your special day tomorrow. Thank you for sharing it. We appreciate you, and we certainly cherish all your kindly endearment and friendliness most sincerely indeed. Thank you always, Heidi. Thank you most profoundly. And happy birthday for tomorrow. Well done for reminding Deborah of this. I don't know if she'd be keen on that. I really don't know, Harriet. I'm not sure if she'd be completely keen on that. But we're going to see how she takes to it. My worry is it could offend her greatly. But we just got to see her reaction, don't we? You know, and we just have to see what her protective reaction would be to her little girl, Cheyenne. If she, say, wanted to go out somewhere, taking into account, I'm not trying to say this to be rude, I'm really not. I'm only trying to say it just to share a point. You know, if she was, you know, because she said her daughter's shy, and if she was to go out somewhere that worries Deborah, we have to see what her protective side would be. I think it would probably almost certainly be a protective mother and daughter hug. Cheyenne would probably receive if Deborah was really very against her daughter going out to, say, a certain party that worries Deborah greatly. Yes, we're getting to 2 hours now, won't we? Thank you. Thank you. Really? Oh, gosh. But it's being blocked. Oh, dear. Blocked. I really hope you don't get censored or in trouble for writing this down just now. But it's time to finish things up, Harriet, with just a few seconds past 2 hours. Thank you for watching this unscheduled Late Night Live. It really should have been scheduled really in advance rather than just so hurriedly. Good night, and may your God go with you. Goodbye, and may your good wishes be bring you great expectations of happiness. Sleep well to all those in the UK.